TomoNews presents Rabbits.
What's up, Doc?
Bunny stampede. Woman chased by rabbits in Japan. Who doesn't love a bunny stampede? A pack of hopping rabbits chased a woman down the street, and she was apparently enjoying it. The Hong Kong tourist paid a visit to Japan's Rabbit Island. She fled from hundreds of rabbits from all directions. The animals probably won a carrot or two from her bag. Her husband filmed the amusing clip. Later, she uploaded the video, which went viral this week. Some news articles said she was scared by the animals, which made the rabbit lover email them and request clarifications. Known as Rabbit Island, Okunoshima was used as a secret army base to manufacture poison gas during World War II. Today, it is home to the Poison Gas Museum. Rabbits were brought to the island after World War II, when it was developed into an island park. It is illegal to hunt rabbits. Cats and dogs are also not allowed on the island. Having no natural predators on the island, the rabbits have pretty much taken over the whole island. To the rabbits, the treats hidden in her bag seems irresistible. How can you handle the fluffy cuteness?
Woman so devastated by death of her rabbit, she crashed her car. A 27-year-old woman from Hsinchu was so devastated over the death of her rabbit that she crashed her car into a utility pole on her way home. The woman, identified by her last name Peng, had taken her pet rabbit, Darling, to the vet since Darling wasn't eating or drinking. The vet said it was a quick fix and said he'd just give Darling an injection of multivitamins. Unfortunately, Darling died on the spot from the shock and trauma of the injection. Ms. Peng was so devastated by the death of her pet, she couldn't stop weeping. Even while she was attempting to drive home, she was so blinded by her tears that she crashed into a utility pole. Thankfully, 2 officers were nearby and just finishing up with another car accident. Initially, they thought Ms. Peng had been drinking and driving. She then shocked them by wailing out, "My baby died!" Eventually, they got the whole story and said they wouldn't cite her for careless driving, but suggested that she shouldn't drive when she was so emotionally distraught. The 2 officers offered to give her a ride home, since between Darling's death and the accident, Ms. Peng was in no shape to drive any further. Poor bunny.
Cruel jerk throws pet rabbit on the ground. On a sunny afternoon in Jianghua County, Taiwan, a couple was strolling past an elementary school with their pet, a gray rabbit. This is where things get nasty, and since YouTube thinks you're too squeamish to see evidence of animal cruelty, please click on the link in the description to see the full video. An eyewitness filmed this abuse and posted it on the web. Angry netizens are now calling out for the cruel jerk's blood. According to staff at the Animal Disease Control Center in Taiwan, animal abusers can be fined between $500 and $2,500.
Big Bunny dies after United Airlines flight. United Airlines is facing more PR problems after this humongous rabbit died while traveling with the airline from England to the US. The 10-month-old, 3-foot-long continental giant rabbit called Simon was expected to grow up to become the biggest bunny in the world. But owner Annette Edwards is now demanding compensation from United and the return of the rabbit's corpse to the UK for an autopsy. United insists Simon was alive and hopping when he was taken off the flight in Chicago on April 19th, and there was definitely no need to ask, "Hey, what's up, Doc?" An airline spokesman said the giant rabbit appeared healthy and showed no signs of distress upon landing. Simon went to sleep in a pet facility run by the airline, but 30 minutes later, an employee opened his cage and found the rabbit dead. The spokesman said the airline had offered to perform a necropsy on the rabbit, free of charge, but Edwards declined. Rabbit breeder Edwards said Simon was expected to grow to be the world's biggest bunny after his father Darius grew to a length of 4 feet 4 inches. Edwards said Simon had a veterinary checkup just 3 hours before takeoff from London's Heathrow Airport and was as fit as a fiddle. United said they have offered compensation to Simon's buyer in the States. The airline said it was saddened to hear of the giant bunny's death and was investigating the incident. United Airlines Bunnygate scandal rumbles on. The owners of a giant rabbit that died after flying with United Airlines are demanding an investigation into his death and compensation from the carrier, which has been having quite a few PR problems lately. Simon, a continental giant rabbit, died last month after a flight from London to Chicago's O'Hare International Airport. The bunny's former owner said he had a checkup just 3 hours before hopping on the plane and was fit as a fiddle. Simon was on his way to his new owners, Iowa-based investors who'd pinned their hopes on him winning their state fair's biggest rabbit competition. According to at least one airline employee, Simon may have accidentally been locked in a freezer for 16 hours after the plane landed in Chicago. Now, attorneys for the rabbit's owners are calling for an independent investigation. They say United cremated Simon after his death without permission from the owners, pretty much destroying any evidence left in the case. Standing 3 feet tall before his untimely passing, Simon was expected to be officially named the biggest rabbit in the world. The Iowa group bought him from UK-based rabbit breeder Annette Edwards. She owns Simon's 4-foot-long father Darius, and he remains the world's largest bunny. Simon's owners want United to pay his purchase price, shipping costs, and the economic loss of his death. The owners are giving the airline 7 days to respond before they file a lawsuit.
Herman Cain kills animals in new political ads. Herman Cain has released his latest video attacking Obama's economic plan. In it, a little girl catapults a rabbit into the air and a man shoots it dead. Though the rabbit wasn't actually harmed, animal lovers freaked out. The video was unavailable on YouTube for a while on Monday because so many people flagged it. Cain likes using images of animal cruelty to get his political points across. His last video featured a suffocating fish. But what's Cain so angry about? He and other Republicans feel Obama's stimulus plan is ballooning the national debt. On his website, Cain is encouraging people to vote on the theme of the next video. Big government was winning as of Monday afternoon. What kind of animal will Cain kill in his next video?
Jersey Mall Easter bunny gets into fistfight with child's father. It may not be the first time sitting on the Easter bunny's lap has sown the seed of a nightmare, but a girl in Jersey had a uniquely traumatic experience earlier this month as she watched her dad unleash a beating on the Easter bunny. A festive tradition in a Jersey City mall suddenly hatched into a full-on brawl after a young girl slipped off her chair during a photo op with the mall's Easter bunny. Her irate father quickly reacted, reportedly verbally and physically attacking the grown man in a bunny costume. As the spring counterpart to Bad Santa, this big bad Easter bunny threw down too, bunny suit and all. As seen in this video taken by a bystander, at one point Bunny seemed to go off to the side to calm down. However, he came back in full force, ripping his fluffy gloves off as he went for the child's dad. The two men had to be torn apart by several security officers, and both will be charged with aggravated assault and disorderly conduct. So, probably no Easter baskets full of peeps for his 1-year-old daughter this year, as the angry papa now has other problems under his belt, now that he'll face some kind of reckoning for assaulting a beloved bunny. Nothing like watching a brawl between two grown men to get into the Easter mood, right?
San Diego Comic-Con assault, or who did Roger Rabbit frame? For those who are fans of anything drawn, animated, or pixelated, Comic-Con in San Diego is the nexus of their hobby. Along with all the merchandise and industry announcements there, it's just cool to walk along the gallery and check out the die-hard fans who choose to cosplay as their favorite characters. But this year's conference saw a little drama after a 17-year-old girl was found knocked unconscious on the side of the road near the main venue. The victim, who isn't being named since he's a minor, caught a ride from friend Justin Kainor from Lake Elsinore about 2.5 hours north of San Diego. Justin runs a YouTube channel filled with videos from cosplay events and took the girl, who was dressed as Roger Rabbit, to Comic-Con. Sometime during the evening, as the exhibition wound down, they were invited to a hotel room where other cosplayers were having drinks. According to Kainor, when he was thinking of leaving the party, the victim decided to stay. Later on, she was found unconscious a few blocks away from the venue. Now, initial reports said that the victim was assaulted. However, San Diego police are saying that she simply fell. Even so, they're waiting for a judge to evaluate Kainor's statements.
Trophy hunting little girl kills majestic animals and is proud of it. Meet Ariana Gordon, a 12-year-old girl who's quickly making a name for herself in the animal rights community for being a misguided youth of epic proportions. When she and her father Eli went on a hunting expedition earlier this year, Ariana took aim at some of South Africa's finest. Her latest trophies: a giraffe, a wildebeest, wow, and a zebra. She calls this one of her dream hunts, and it's easy to see why. She really does justice to the breathtaking sights of wildlife out there, doesn't she? In an interview with Good Morning America on August 17th, in response to the tsunami-sized wave of hate she's received for her photos, Ariana said, quote, "I would never back down from hunting. I am a hunter, and no matter what people say to me, I'm never going to stop." Guess that means we can look forward to plenty more where these came from. Hooray! Not